Hey, Kyle.
What's going on, Sean?
It is Thursday morning, about 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
and we're not drinking beer. We're going to do our very first joint coffee review.
Yeah, we haven't done one, have we?
I don't. Oh, no, wait, have we? Am I
Oh,
lying right
wait, I
now?
think we did.
Oh, I think you're right. If
I
we were
think we
smart, we
did.
would have looked it up. I think you're right. I think we did. But this coffee comes courtesy of Keith over at 93 Lumber. He sent us a bag of beans and then a handwritten note to both of us. He didn't just write one copy and then copy it and then send it to the other person. He wrote it out both times.
That's how good of a dude Keith is.
He is the legend.
Yeah.
This is from Just Coffee Co-op. Do you know where they're from?
I'll look it up.
Cool. Yeah, well, Kyle's looking that up. So he sent some Just Coffee Co-op bourbon barrel-aged coffee. I'll just read this verbatim. I don't think he actually put where it's from in here, though, but Kyle can look that up. Just Coffee Cooperative has brought back he actually wrote the entire description from the bag, probably. Has brought back our renewed bourbon barrel coffee for a limited run. This year's batch in a barrel that we acquired from the wonderful folks over at Driftless, Glen in Baraboo, Wisconsin, is known for their small batch straight bourbon whiskey. We filled this fresh, never rinsed barrel with our single origin micro lot coffee from Honduras to bring you a brew that is truly like no other. Rolled at the New Glarus Brewing Company, so see, this is all circling back to beer, and roasted at our facility in Madison, Wisconsin, where New Glarus is. This unique coffee is buzzing with sweet bourbon notes with a hint of vanilla. Drink up, friends, and enjoy this almighty brew. Our coffee is 100% fair trade and certified organic. So I guess I did answer the question of where they're from.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Madison,
I feel
Wisconsin.
like I've heard of them before, but I know I'm excited.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So our coffees are already brewed.
Yeah.
Yours is already brewed. Yeah. How did you brew yours?
I did French press.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did AeroPress.
But I haven't plunged it yet, so.
Oh, you have? Oh, I should have waited. I already plunged mine.
Oh, did you?
Go ahead, plunge. See, this is way more interesting than a beer review. There's way more stuff going on. There's plunging going on.
Oh. So exciting.
All you get with the beer review is the crack of a can or a bottle opener.
Yeah.
Occasionally a cork.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Plunging the coffee is the equivalent of uncorking a beer on a review. Yeah. So they look, I think they're similar colors. It's like a really dark brown, a little bit of red in there, a little bit black in there too, to be fair.
Yep. Did you ever notice like when you used to drink coffee, like obviously years and years ago, like you always had this like coffee was just pitch black?
Yeah. And
then you started drinking like more fancier crafty coffees, I guess. And then I remember the first time I started doing it, I was like, did I just not brew this right? Like, why does it look why is it not pitch black? It doesn't look like a stout. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess coffee can be different if it's not mass produced. And
well, that's the thing, right? Yeah, coffee's black, but I'll take my coffee black. I don't want creamer in it, but yeah, it's more of a brown color when I make it. Yeah.
Yeah. The nose on the beans it was like way vanilla, way bourbon.
Yeah, because I don't think when I did the unboxing I opened up and smelled them. Maybe I did, but it had been a while.
You could still smell it, yeah.
And yeah, you could smell it, through the bag. But to actually open the bag this morning to grind up the coffee beans, oh my God, it was so nice.
Yeah. But yeah, color-wise, it's brown, it's murky, looks like coffee. No head whatsoever.
No.
Do you want to get a nose?
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned with just the beans a little bit of like that barrel and vanilla thing. Like there's a good roast, but I think that stuff is there also, which is nice.
No, agreed. There's definitely there's like an earthy characteristic. There's but the bourbon and the vanilla is like right up there. It's very kind of if you had like a bourbon vanilla coffee mate, actually that wouldn't be a bad coffee. Like I drink my coffee black too, but like that would actually not be a bad creamer flavor.
That would be nice.
Then again, it's probably someone's gonna comment and go, "Yeah, it's the Irish whiskey flavor," or it's the like, "Oh yeah, duh."
It exists.
What were we gonna say?
Yeah, I really like the vanilla note to go off your creamer thing. Like, not that it smells like it has creamer in it, but it's making me think of like a beer review where sometimes you taste a flavor and you're like, oh, this would be why they might add cinnamon to this beer, because you get, like kind of similar thing here. It's like, oh, you can see why like a vanilla based creamer or even just regular creamer would be nice in there. Like a little thread, like they're starting the path for you. And you can see why some people want to then keep the path going by adding something. And again, like with the roastiness, I'm pleasantly surprised how much, of the barrel specifically, the whiskey and the vanilla. I know it doesn't have vanilla in it, but the vanillin comes through.
Yeah. What's going on your mug?
Oh, it's my youngest with her significant other went to Turkey, and I was like, oh, I'm really jealous. I wanted to, I always wanted to go to the Hagia Sophia. So she got me a mug. So
nice.
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Cheers, Kyle. Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, thanks again, Keith. Make sure you check him out at 93 Lumber.
Mm-hmm. We'll link to him. Ooh. Mine's like the perfect temp, because like, you ever notice like with coffee how like it gets better as it gets a little bit cooler, the opposite of beer?
Yeah, well, because it's not killing your taste buds with the boiling hot water.
Yeah.
Or liquid. I love that in the aroma you mentioned earthiness, because it's like a nice earthy into roast. I do think there's the barrel that it was aged in, but also not like you eat mulch, but like just kind of like a wet, woody, earthy into the roast thing. I really like that note.
Could you imagine trying to explain that note to Mike and he's like, you're still not selling me on why you drink coffee? It tastes like wet mulch.
I don't eat mulch. I don't.
But yeah, like right at the front, I get this kind of hit of like the whiskey, which is interesting, and then it kind of sweetens off, and it has that like earthy characteristic, and then the roastiness is still there as I'm talking. Like it's staying on my palate. This is, and I've had my fair share of bourbon barrel aged coffees. This is really good.
This is yes, you've had more than me, but this might be my sixth one, and yeah, this is definitely in that conversation for top. And yeah, like you said, like you get up front. It still drinks like coffee, like anyone who just likes a cup of coffee. This probably doesn't have too much of the other stuff to take it away from you, but it's adding so much, and it's able to stand up to the big coffee roastiness, which is again really impressive.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like the bourbon, like anything that's like a barrel aged coffee, because you get that extra oomph of flavor without having to add any extra creamer and whatnot. It's always a treat. Usually they're a little bit more expensive than regular beans, so it's not something I do all the time, but it definitely is a treat.
I was gifted a bag of coffee that was already ground. I'm also and I've been drinking that lately. It's also noticeable that this is freshly ground. It smells a little, or it tastes a little, I guess fresher probably is a better word. Like just, it's not, that has a little bit more of a stale taste to it, where you don't get that in this, which is really nice. That's just more personal on my side. Little chocolate note, very, very little, little, but it's there. I'm trying to like go through like my list of what are things I typically taste in coffee. I don't get like cinnamon or anything like that, but I do get a little bit of chocolate.
There's not much acidity either, and sometimes in coffee I do get a little bit of acidity, but this is, maybe it's like the barrel character is kind of squashing that, but yeah, there's no like acidity in this one at all.
It's a good point. I've been going back and forth with hot coffee with the French press and cold brew.
Same.
And I mean the cold brew, the acidity, almost nothing. So this is a hot cup of coffee, and I didn't even think of the acidity until you mentioned it. So I think that's really telling. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. This is really good. And I'm gonna have to look. And the best part about like when you get coffee from somebody, there's a good chance, since it's not alcohol, you can get it shipped to you. So I can probably go buy some more of their coffee online, and I'm not going to have to worry about them saying they don't ship to Massachusetts.
Unless they just don't like that state. But
yeah, right. They're like, that's terrible. Yeah,
we got cut off once by a mass hole. I won't ship to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But I'll get it shipped to New York, and then I'll ship it the rest of the way.
Okay, that loophole. Yeah, this is really good, Keith. Dude, thank you for sending this and just thinking of Kyle and I how much we like coffee, because this is definitely a treat. This is definitely a treat.
Oh, this is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, I know Sean's going to link to him, but make sure you check out Keith, 93 Lumber.
Yeah. I'll put it like in the middle. Like, ish. And then down below too, and then in the Instagram post, I'll link them all over the place.
We're gonna blow up social media for Keith.
Has he reviewed a copy? Has he reviewed this? If we were smart, we would have asked if he had any left. Asked him to review it with us.
And I just reviewed last night with him, and it didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, I'm reviewing with him Friday. I didn't even think to double ask, but I'm like, okay, no. It is what it is.
We have our, it's.
But wait, I still have some left.
Oh, there you go. So actually, so do I. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
I didn't. He probably said it's about the same amount. And I didn't use the whole thing.
And that's another perk about coffee. It's way easier to trade coffee than it is to trade beer.
Yeah. No spillage.
Yeah, no spillage. Any final thoughts?
It's super tasty. And thank you again, Keith.
Yeah. Where can we find you, Kyle?
No Hype Beer Reviews on YouTube, Instagram, and Untapped.
Cool. And you can find us over at nerdsense.net. Well, when I say us, I'm also obviously talking about Mike, but you're never going to find Mike in a coffee review. If you do, he's probably being held captive someplace. So send help if you ever see a video of him drinking coffee.
That's what you guys should have done for your 1000th, is Mike solo did coffee review.
Oh, episode 2000.
There you go.
Episode 2000. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Down below, have you had Just Coffee Co-op? Have you had the Bourbon Barrel Aged coffee? What do you think of it? What's your favorite Bourbon Barrel Aged coffee? Send all your recommendations to Kyle and I, because we want to try it all.
Good call.
But yeah, I'm Sean.
I'm Kyle.
And this is Nerdsense. The delay remote killed me.